Hello there everyone and welcome to today's video. If you do like the video, please like, subscribe, and we'll get into it. Okay, so today's video is going to be the best settings, I believe, for Apex Legends console. So these don't move over to PC, so if you are on PC, these probably won't help you much. But on console, I watch a lot of streamers on Facebook who play ranked, and I know for a fact one of them's Predator, and he uses these as exact loadouts. So I would say the best settings to have on your character for if you are going for sensitivity will be 4-4. I see this on a lot of players. They all use 4-4, but they like to have their movement the same as their aiming down their sight. So when they go from here, it doesn't change any, it's still the same speed. So as soon as they control that speed, they can move around. Hit headshots easier because they're used to the hip fire movement. So you're going to want those two to be the same. You're going to want at least 4-4. I did put out a video last season and I still believe these are the best. I do believe these still are the best settings, because you never have to put up with sway. It'll counteract most, and in ranked, when you are playing and it comes up to a 1v1 situation, if you've got your sensitivity on 5 but you're used to aiming down a sight at 4, when you go to hit fire, it's going to be moving a lot quicker than when you're aiming down your sight. And when you're firing at someone who's moving, you only need 4, because 4 keeps up with their speed like perfect. Like if you're on 3, 3 doesn't. 3 is too slow. 3, like, you can't track them perfectly. But 4, you can keep up with the speed. Anything above this, it's like unnecessary. Anything above this, you're literally doing just so you can do like flick jumps and stuff like that. But in ranked, it's not about being fancy. It's not about being the one who looks like, oh, I'm on 880. It doesn't matter if you're on 880. If you can't hit shots because your sensitivity is too high, you're no better for your team. You want a sensitivity where you know you're just about right to keep up with players that are moving, and that you are obviously you need to, with 4-4, if you do it like this, you can go on advanced settings and you can do per optic. I just go 4-4 and then everything else on default, because you don't really need, you can like change these to what you want. I just keep it like that. Everything on 4-4, even snipers. So when someone's trying to run away, you can just hit them easy enough. Move, hit them. So it's just easy enough to keep the sideways movement the same as your aiming movement. Because if I put this down, if I go and put this movement up, so yes, I am moving quicker. But what person have you ever known that like moves that quick that they're like that far aside? They're not. Because you go from here, you're like moving quite fast. You go to here and you go slower. But if you've got them the same, then everything else is the same on the game. And if you want to check out the person who uses these, who I watch as a streamer, his name is Krixis, I believe. He streams with a like a lot, but he's pushing for top 50 pred this season. He uses these. He is a controller player, so you can tell that he's legitimate, because most of the Predators use like mouse and keyboard or some sort of modifications to their guns. But with Krixis, he doesn't. He just uses straight control. He even shows his videos. So for me, 4-4, best settings for your speed. Okay, so you're going to want your response unsteady. I have tried all these. A lot of people play linear, but linear is very hard to get used to because it's raw input. So you do this, it like swings you more than you want to go sometimes. Most people play linear, but look how quick this is on linear. Linear is just too quick for movement, and it's pure input. If you go on steady, it controls it a bit more. You know, it's not going to go flying off. You're going to hit. You're going to be able to control your aim. Most of these others don't really do much for you. Obviously, is this writing in the top right corner? So if you ever want to know what they are, like fine names, specialized for small gradual movements, all this is basically your movement's not going to be as smooth. It like gradually moves across, which in my opinion is not really the best one. And classic is just the classic respawn one, so the classic respawn feel. But obviously, it's just doesn't feel any different from steady. Steady's just, I just like steady. I've got used to it. If you're going for movement zone, you want that on small, because obviously you don't want to be drifting when you're not touching your controller. A lot of people have this on. I have it off because I don't really want my controller moving in my hands when I'm shooting at somebody. Yes, it obviously tells you when you're getting shot at, but if you're getting shot at, you'll just see your health go down anyway. So, and obviously everything else is more or less the same. Audio wise, I turn all these down. The reason for sound effects, you could probably have on about 50%. Reasons for all these do. So that's like when Bangalore or Wraith will talk to you. So obviously, if you're going to use Wraith, then obviously that's going to be a good one. But for me, I don't use Wraith, I use Octane, so I turn all these down so I can hear my in-game volume more. Obviously, you don't really need lobby music, you don't really need music volume or anything like that. So I turn all them down. My field of view is on 110, so obviously that may affect. I need to turn this down a bit because that shouldn't really be visible. Let's just put it about 50. Okay. But that is my controllers. I will put I will be putting some gameplay out soon. I have been like stepping away from the gameplay a bit because I think the game's going a bit stale with people just putting the same gameplay out each season, and then it's just like gameplay kills. If you do want to see gameplay, just comment on the channel and just say what you want to see. I will be posting other games soon. In about a month's time. At this moment in time, I'm just going to be posting Apex. In about a month's time, I will be posting FIFA videos, but I won't be posting them all the time. I'm going to swap. So every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Sunday will be FIFA, and then every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday will be Apex. Just so then I aren't just posting FIFA videos constantly. Well, again, if you do like the video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.